Yin Kids and Prenatal. So she, too, is a pretty big deal in Charleston, y'all. And now, meet the woman who put the yas in vinyasa, Tracy Bonner. Woo! Thanks for laughing at my terrible joke.
Thank you for that introduction, Kelly Ray. Go, Chris. Take a moment now just to close your eyes. And then take a deep breath in. And then a slow, conscious breath out. And then open your eyes. This is all it takes to reset one's mind to the present moment. Taking conscious breaths throughout the day allows me to be present, feeling centered, calm, grounded, peaceful, happy. And some days I am, but many days I'm not. I'm scattered in the pursuit of peace and happiness, which is not the same as being peaceful and happy. Instead, I start living my life from a crazy, busy mind that we all live with. Hi, my name is Tracy Sahaja Bonner, and I've overseen Holy Cow Yoga Center for the last 19 years. I would love to share 2 key things that I've learned in my role there that have helped me to be more present with working with these people, as well as on my journey in life, which are to keep showing up for life and to stay curious. But first, a little about me. I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, to a young couple who had another baby under a year old. My nickname was Curious George because my eyes were too big for my head, as you can see. And I was very curious, and I said why a lot. So Curious George and I are very similar. Can you see the resemblance? Okay, maybe not. But I was always curious, getting into something that was adventurous and at times, to my parents, terrifying and definitely unconventional, which is probably why I chose the practice of yoga. So I've tried to stay curious because staying curious means to stay engaged and ask ourselves why, to think outside the box, to explore the road less traveled, to get lost and then found. So that innate curiosity compels me to ask why a lot, especially about spiritual ideas, like what is a soul, where does it live, where does it go to when I die, and most importantly, who am I? And then I explore some unconventional answers. And after many years of soul searching, my curiosity led me to yoga 27 years ago, eventually to a place called Yogaville, and to a teacher named Swami Satchidananda, which I think of his words more of like a guidebook to living life more consciously, just like that conscious breath we took 3 minutes ago. Now, when many people think about yoga, or me doing yoga, they think I'm moving my body into some kind of contorted position, or shape of some sort, and that I must be flexible, which I wasn't in the beginning. I was like many people. I was tight and tense, and I was stressed out from a job at Universal Studios. Or in contrast, they think I've traveled to some faraway exotic land and have lost my mind in some kind of haze of wanderlust. Although there is a sense of freedom that comes with having less, and in this case, wearing less. No, yoga capitalized on my curiosity of who I am behind this busy, crazy mind, and it helped me connect with a part of me that is already present, peaceful, and happy. To stay connected, I have to etch out time in my day to take deep breaths and try to return to the present moment. The other key thing that I've learned is to show up for what you love. Now, this is way harder because anytime we start something new and the honeymoon phase is over, we start to kind of struggle with showing up, or we may not be doing what we love. It requires us to flex a different muscle of the mind. So I invite 2 statements from my teacher, which is to love all and serve all. Because these words and statements help us to show up for life. They help us to remember that to show up doesn't always mean something good is happening. In fact, these words support us at times when our life is not going according to plan. Now, serve all means to consider asking ourselves, is there a way to think of what we do right now in our current job that is about service or helping other people? Often we measure success by money or prestige, but what if we measured our success by how much we serve others? The other teaching that is helpful to show up is to love everyone, not just the people we like. While this is not easy, it encourages us to feel like we're inclusive or that we have compassion for others, which is counter to our ego, which is always in feelings of separation. But love all says that at our core, we want the same thing, which is to be happy. So to show up with compassion and less ego, we might need a mantra. This one helped me out during a difficult time a few years ago. A friend of mine cross-stitched this, and I repeated it, and it actually worked, so that was helpful. I'll give you this after the slide predictions. However, most of the time, I just try to remember to breathe and come back into the present moment, to try to remember these teachings of love all, serve all, and to remind ourselves that life is an adventure, and we get more out of it by showing up. So breathe deeply. It helps us to stay present, and it creates space for us to stay curious to life and to show up for its complicated life. All in all, when my mind, my crazy drunken monkey mind, tries to overwhelm me, I say a yoga prayer. Now, I'm going to say it in Sanskrit. Kayena vacha manasindriya va bhutya manava prakrite swabatat karomi yat yak sakalam paresmai guru varaye tisama payami. Now, very loosely, this translates. I know it sounds very, woo, but it loosely translates as, when the shit hits the fan, remember to breathe deeply. Yeah. Namaste.